kind of see like a trend, not only with like my family, but like with like Caribbean, African, just people of the African diaspora and people of immigrant families and whatnot. But like, it's so easy for you to grow up and kind of like be put in a child's place, but never taken out of that child's place.
Ooh,
And so
that's
when you do grow up and you do get older and you have more responsibilities, whether you get married, you get a new job, you move out on your own, it's like it's kind of an expectation to stay in that child's place, and you're never allowed to grow up. And I think some people can either take that literally, where they don't have any responsibilities, they stay at home, or you can kind of develop a trauma from that and be like hyper independent, which I can see me kind of doing that sometimes and not wanting to have anything to do with family. So
yeah, notes.
I do have notes, but I just wanted to tell the people, welcome back to the Family Dinner Podcast.
Welcome back.
We are in season two, episode 2.
Blah, blah, blah.
So excited, so excited to be back and to keep the conversation going. Life has been super full. I'm gonna say it. Life has been super full.
Right, in the best of ways.
In the best of ways, in the most comprehensive of ways. And happy to be back, and shout out to Mr. Andre for putting it on our schedule to get another podcast in and setting up the ambiance so nice. Make sure I give him a shout out if you like the setup.
Yeah, and I'm excited to just have this conversation and just talk about and reflect on the fact that as of this Thanksgiving, which was a couple of days ago, that made a year of our podcast. So that's, I think, as I reflect, I've had some mixed emotions about how it's been, but wanted to just have the conversation and look ahead to what's to come.
Yeah. The 28th was exactly a year. The
Yeah.
28th was, I guess, last year's Thanksgiving, and yesterday was the 28th. So yesterday made a year exactly of the Family Dinner Podcast.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Meh, 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 meh.
Yes. It's so crazy to think about it. Like, we recorded the episode this last year, recorded the episode, edited it a little bit, and then finished editing it when we got to my cousin's house, finished it in there, uploaded it in the car, and then went to dinner.
I was editing while we're driving.
Yeah, I
and
think I was
posting.
driving. Yeah, and I can't see too good at night, so I think the sun was getting low, and I was like, whew, okay. So had to be our eyes, and Lizzie has to also be our eyes on the road. But yeah, it's been a really, really good, as we call it, experience doing podcasting. And yeah, I have some notes because I know that I forget things.
Nice.
So some of the things, and I guess I could ask you so we can be on the same page. But one of the things that I've loved the most about doing this podcast is that we can see how similar we all are. Because we've done some friends, or we've done all friends. I don't think we've done any family
Not yet. Stay tuned now,
right, stay tuned. We have some people in the queue. So it's just like really cool to see different backgrounds and different things going on, how similar we are, and just like how we approach things similarly.
Yeah.
What would you say you've loved the most? Because I have another question about what our favorite episode was, or conversation. But what's been some of your favorite aspects of the podcast so far, a year in?
I think, to piggyback off what you said, I like how people are excited for the podcast. That caught me off guard. I wasn't.
Yeah.
But I think people are asking, so when's the next episode coming? or people saying, "Hey, like I listened to your episode and this is what I got out of it." So that was really cool.
And this is in real life. This is
Right,
via text. This is
right.
like, whoa, yeah. Oh.
So that was cool. And I liked how like excited people were to join the podcast because we have a list. Even people that we didn't set time with, we would just in passing would say, "Hey, like we would love like, what you think about being on the podcast." Like it's almost always excitement of like, "Oh yeah, like I would love to share." And some of them are good experiences or good topics, and some of them are difficult topics, and people were still eager to be like, "Oh yeah, I would love to get together." So that was exciting. I think it kind of reassured the idea that we had of just doing life with people and having these conversations. So that was good. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, that's definitely one of my favorite parts too. It always gets caught off guard when people are like, "Oh, so I listened to the episode and hear my thoughts." I'm like,
I'm
"Oh,
like,
okay."
oh, well, yeah.
Yeah. Something else that's kind of been a theme. I'm gonna try to be vague because my cousin told me to not get too political on our podcast.
Fair,
Like
fair, fair.
just for safety
Fair.
reasons, don't get too political. But I will say, since the start of the year, it has been a lot in the U.S. It's been a lot all over, but it's been a lot in the U.S. And if you find yourself tired every day, or you're like, "Man, like what happened to all of my energy?" It makes sense that we're all kind of a little bit tired,
Yeah.
a little bit stressed out, and I think it took some time for just like some reflection, like what's going on with my body, like what's happening. I think we're constantly living in a state of stress since the beginning of the year for
Yeah.
shared reasons, and one of those reasons for me is just like with family that aren't from here. I know at the start of the year I was really nervous about like what that meant, just with all the things happening to people that aren't necessarily from here, even with their correct paperwork and things like that. That was definitely like a stressful time.
Even for us, we
For us, we were reading a couple things and we were
right.
like, does that mean that we could also
Yeah, I
not be
mean,
here? So it's just like it was a lot up in the air.
yeah.
Ooh, air. Had a little accent clap. Jamaica stand up. But yeah, and another thing that I wanted to ask you after I'd go, so you have some time to think about, is our favorite episode or favorite conversation that we've had. So I thought about it and I looked through our episodes, and one of my favorite episodes is actually the episode right before this, or maybe right before this, which is season 2, episode 1, When Life Get Hard.
Oh.
Because life indeed did get hard, and we talked about a good amount of things that caught us off guard, from Leslie's mom, which there's been some updates about. I
Praise
can't
God,
remember if
she's
we
in remission. I don't think we ever shared that, but that's
Yeah.
blip, 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 blip,
Yes,
blip.
Leslie's mom is in remission. So we
praise God,
thank
'cause
God. Yes,
I didn't know what the word remission was until I got that news. So
Yeah.
yeah,
So, just kind of even sharing just like how we like navigated through life when things got really hard for the both of us, and just speaking for us, but the me part of us, like this has definitely been one of like the hardest years that I've lived outside of grad school and 10th grade. Let me tell you about 10th grade really quick. So imagine it, 10th grade. I think at this point we have just taken the FCAT. Throwback. We've just taken the FCAT.
do they still have the?
I don't know if they still do the FCAT.
Anyways,
Yeah, I have to ask. I don't think they do. But just of the FCAT, and basically it's kind of like this comprehensive exam that everyone has to take, just to see like your readiness in reading, writing, and math, I think. And I had scored, let's say the perfect score was like the 800. I got a 799. So it didn't score like a 3. It needed to be a 3, 4, or 5, and I scored like a 2, but it was like on the cusp of a 2. So my class schedule looked very interesting. I didn't tell a lot of people this because I was embarrassed, but I had, like math and all that stuff, but I had dual enrollment English, which is like a college level English, and I had like remedial reading. Same schedule.
That
Right after dual enrollment English, I went to that remedial reading class.
that is
That's
good.
how they put it. That's how they put it in my schedule. And I remember
They were just playing in your face.
I remember every day I was so stressed. I was like, as soon as dual enrollment was over, I like sped out of class and talked to nobody and try to go ahead and get my seat. And I try to keep two of those classes very separate. And I remember the teacher in the remedial English class, or intensive reading, that's what it was called, intensive reading. I remember she was like, "Why are you in this class?" And I was like, I scored like a 299 and not a 300. Just like, wow, yeah, I don't think you're supposed to be in here. I was like, I don't think so either. And so 10th grade or 11th, I think 10th grade or 11th grade was the next time we took it, and I had like a perfect score. So I scored like, I think like a 5 or something. But that year was tough for me. For high school, that was like tough. So this year rivaled that stressful year or quarter of life that I experienced. So, babe,
I don't know if you've told me that.
I don't know.
Yeah, this is interesting.
Yeah,
It must
yeah.
have been. That was a hard year. If you
That
said this year rivaled that.
Yeah, that was a
Okay.
hard year. And before you go, it happened again in grad school. So there is this class, biostatistics.
I don't think you gotta go there. Baby.
No, it's just
it takes you back to a place.
I'm gonna try to keep it.
I'll hold on to you.
Okay, thank you. We're holding space. So biostats is one of the courses that I had to take in grad school. I got my master's in public health, and it's one of the courses you have to pass, I think, first year spring. So we took the exam and everything. I wasn't doing well in that class. The professor, he would just kind of like talk at us, wasn't really like engaging. And I had this happen again. I was 1 point off of passing the class, and I just didn't pass, and so I had to take biostats again my second year spring semester. If I did not pass it, I would not graduate, and it was only available in the spring.
Right.
So all my other classmates are taking like their electives or what they want to do, and I'm TAing in a class with the same people that I'm in biostats with for my second time.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, man, so now that I'm saying it out loud, I'm like, oh, are you trying to teach me something with that? Did I learn that? God, please don't let that happen again, because that was a hard time to be in. So back to the question. What was your favorite episode or favorite conversation that we've had?
There's a couple. I think the first one was with the Dorelli. I think that was a really good conversation.
Just second episode.
Yeah, it was a second episode and I think also because they had us at their house, they fed us some good Haitian food. So I think that alone I was already liking that. And then just talking about their dynamics and just their families, I think that was really good just to see how similar it was and how they've been able to navigate that and starting a family on their own. So that was really good. And another one that I really enjoyed, I mean, I enjoyed all of them, but another one that comes to mind was, and we didn't get to post this yet, so stay tuned for that, but our conversation with Bria and Jamel was really good. It was impromptu, but I think that was a really good conversation, and I don't want to give too much into that, so you have to listen to that one when we release that, but that was a really good conversation too. So, yeah.
Do you want to say a little bit why you liked it? Without giving too much away?
I think just the vulnerability that they had to share their lives with us about, topics that I don't think a lot of people talk about. Just about, intimacy in their marriage and how, the expectations that, we've had coming into marriage and expectations that, the church puts on you going into marriage, but I don't think, there's a lot of conversations of how to be prepared for that and just how to navigate that conversation once you're married. So I think them being vulnerable in that aspect was really good and refreshing to me at least. So I think people should definitely listen to that episode for sure.
Yeah. No, it was a good one, and it was like one of our longer ones. I can't remember if they beat the time that we did with the Dorelli as far as
You know, once
longest.
you start to talk and the conversation gets good,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you start. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. I think we was in that for at least 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was, and we were talking before that too, and so it was a really good, y'all. So be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, be on the lookout for when we drop that.
hmm It might even be
Two
two
episodes.
episodes.
Yeah, part
So
one, part two.
yeah, because
Yeah, it was
and I
really
didn't really want to cut anything out as I was trying to edit it. I was like, man, if we can cut out some parts, it could just be
could it.
one.
Could it.
But I don't think we should cut them. I think it just has to be part one, part two, and we rock with it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. One of the other things that I think about when I think about our podcast, the Family Dinner podcast, is what we're looking forward to.
Mm-hmm.
We're already in season 2, and have a couple episodes already recorded, and a
Yeah.
couple more that we want to record, and people that we're thinking about. But one of the things that I'm looking forward to is having.
When did you take these notes?
I told you when I was doing like a brain dump.
Oh,
When I
nice,
was on the
nice,
couch.
nice. Okay.
One of the things that I'm looking forward to is just like having even more people from different backgrounds. I don't know if Lauren will listen to this episode. I work with Lauren. She's one of my friends at work, and I'm looking forward to having her on because like we relate on when it comes to like family dynamics, and she's on a whole different side. She's from Boston. She's Jewish. And she's just kind of lived a different path than me, but we kind of relate a lot when it comes to like family dynamics, even though they're different, but just like at the core, what it means to like have like healthy boundaries, and how do you kind of like reconfigure the relationship that you have with your parents when you get older, and now you're two adults talking instead of one child, one adult. So even like what that looks like. So I'm looking forward to having Lauren on. And she's excited to be a part of it. As you were saying, people are usually excited when we ask them. Looking forward to having our family on. We've had so many opportunities to record with both of our families, and it just hasn't happened. But stay tuned for when we get the family on here. I don't even know. I think we're gonna have to like go over some notes just to make sure that we're not excommunicated from the family after the podcast. But I'm definitely looking forward to those things, having more people and having our family on here. How about you, babe? What are you looking forward to?
Everything you said, I think just more conversations. I'm looking forward to be more consistent with our releases, and I think I think we're starting to get a good flow, a good cadence of recording, editing, publishing, and so I'm excited just to be able to hit a groove on having people over, giving ourselves enough time to edit it and release it. I think it took us a while to be able to get that flow and know what we're supposed to do. Do some research, aka go on YouTube. But I think now that we kind of have a good flow, so putting together our schedule, having people over, I think will be a much easier process. Because I think when we first started, it was so annoying. Like things would just randomly stop working, so that was kind of annoying. So I think now there's less issues. So I'm excited for what year 2 looks like, and being able to understand more and making the process goes a lot smoother, which conversation goes a lot smoother when there aren't any technical issues. So I'm excited for that. Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing I'm excited for is just the efficiency that we do this. Because I think I've always been excited just about the conversations and just how it is gonna evolve. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm still excited for that.
Yeah. And as we're going into Christmas and the new year,
That happened so fast.
it did. I can't believe like in 2 days.
2025 just started. Just started, but here we are.
Here we are. But I am starting to get into like my reflection era and my reflection bag. And I'm thinking about what I even want, how I want to like show up for my family moving forward, and like what family means to me. I think one thing that's been like coming up over and over, and not just like for my family, but just in general, especially at work. Work is teaching me like so much, like work, church, my quiet time with God, being married. Like work is like, if it was a Venn diagram or pie charts,
Work is taking up.
it is taking the cake or taking the pie. See what I did there? It's like a pie chart.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah.
like you can be assertive, and you can have boundaries, and still be kind. Like that's something that I feel like keeps coming up, because it's so much easier to kind of like lash out, to yell at someone, or to be sarcastic, or to kind of be like passive aggressive with someone. It's so much more simpler than that to be like, more so be like, I'm sorry, I didn't like how I showed up this way with you, or I didn't like how we left off, and when you did this, it hurt my feelings, and so it made me respond like that, but you didn't deserve that. I think I want to take that, not only just into the new year, but just thinking about like, what family relationships look like to me this year, and what I would like moving into the new year, because I kind of see like a trend, not only with like my family, but like with like Caribbean, African, just people of the African diaspora, and people of immigrant families and whatnot. But like, it's so easy for you to grow up and kind of like be put in a child's place, but never taken out of that child's place.
Ooh.
And so
That's-
when you do grow up and you do get older and you have more responsibilities, whether you get married, you get a new job, you move out on your own, it's kind of an expectation to stay in that child's place, and you're never allowed to grow up. And I think some people can either take that literally, where they don't have any responsibilities, they stay at home past the time that they've agreed on with their family, because they're like, oh well, I'm still in a child's place, you never told me that I'm supposed to grow up and you do my own thing. Or you can kind of develop a trauma from that and be like hyper independent, which I can see me kind of being that sometimes, and not wanting to have anything to do with family. So yeah, I don't know, I want to have like a more healthy outlook on that, and be more mindful when it comes to family, especially as we have our family and how we want to continue to live and to pass things down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's good. I feel like that's a whole nother season of podcast, to be able to dive deeper into the family dynamics and just how we've been able to process that. And I think that's one of the reasons why this podcast exists, to be able to. What happened?
It was like, I don't know if it's shiny or, sorry, I didn't mean to stop you. I was just...
Oh, but yeah, to be able to dive into those thoughts, emotions, and yeah, so that sounds good.
Yeah.
Was that a question, or was this off the top?
It was just off the top.
Okay, I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. But
There was one more thing that I wanted to tell the story about.
I was wondering how you were gonna bring that story up, but
You want to tell it?
no, I
Okay.
actually don't. But I'll let you tell it.
Okay.
And I don't even know how this fits into I guess it's just reflecting over the years, but go ahead.
Okay. So, a part of adulting is running into problems and not crashing out when you need to find the solution. Crashing out on yourself and also on other people. So
Like not crashing out on yourself. So
not crashing out on yourself or other people. So I think this is a good place to close this with a funny story. So
funny now.
So I don't remember if we told you guys, but Leslie's brother has given us his car. Shout out to you.
Shout out. Such a
And
blessing. I just gotta say that's an answered prayer because was it that same year or the year before we were praying to get a second car, but not just a second car, but a free car. So we were just like, man, that was one of our impossible prayers to get a free car. So I mean, years, and it might have been like a year and a half into that prayer, and yeah, and he gave us his car for the free ski. So
yeah, in a way that we didn't even anticipate. It's not like we were begging him for his car or anything. It just kind of like fell into our laps. So,
I might have asked a few times, but I wouldn't say begging. But
okay, okay,
I might have said, hey, that car though. But yeah, continue.
yeah. So, we got it. We had it shipped up here or driven up here from Jacksonville, and it's an older car, so we've had to like get some work done on it just so that it can be inspected. It hasn't been driven in a while, and all the things. So the auto shop gives us a quote of what everything's gonna look like. Here is just the inspection fee, and then here is if you want us to like actually like fix the things, and you can like address the things that you want to fix specifically.
Right.
So we addressed some of the things that we thought were urgent to be able to drive the car around, and it was time to pick it up. So I drive the other car, our main car, and then Leslie picks up the second car, and so we're driving back home, and like the second car, I'm watching Leslie drive up there, and there's like a lot of smoke coming out of it. It's like a lot of liquid dripping out the back, and I call him. I'm like, I don't know if you can see this, but like there's a lot of stuff going on back there. But it's also cold, so I'm like, is this like smoke or is this just like
right.
The air is because it's hot and it's outside is cold. So, babe, I can't remember if you like we're at a light. And it's like a busy
Right.
light. It's like back to back cars, back to back.
And we're in Atlanta, so there's
Atlanta, I
there's
think
lanes,
it's like 3
like,
or 4 o'clock. So
yeah.
we're like, it's prime time. So I think you were in the lane. You were in front of me, and you were like, I cannot start the car, or the car stopped.
And now because we're in the phone, right? Because
Yeah.
she's behind me. I'm in front, and I'm like, and the car just stopped. I was like, oh snap, the light's green. And I'm like, oh, now mind you, we just coming from picking up the car, and we done paid X amount of money to fix all of the things that
We're
they
about
got.
7 minutes away. We just drove off.
We just drove off, so I'm like,
yeah,
this junk is dead.
So we can't get it off. So we have to I put my emergency lights on, telling people go around me, and then we pull into a Walgreens. And
the way that we've been pulling, because like it starts and then it shuts down. So I started, and then I put it up. I hit the gas a little bit, and then I put it on neutral. So we just kind of rolled into the Walgreens because I think it was a slight, hill, a slight decline. So we just kind of rolled into Walgreens or whatever that CVS, whatever it was. So. Praise God for that.
Right, good context. So we're trying to figure out what happened. We just picked it up from the place. What could have went wrong? And there's I'm speeding up a little bit. Feel free to add some parts that I'm missing. But we're trying to figure it out. And then Leslie's like, okay, let me try to start it again. It starts up a little bit, and then he drives up the past the Walgreens in the back. And then he drives back, and then he's like, okay, we're close enough. We're literally less than 10 minutes. Let's just drive back over there so they could figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
So he gets the car started. I'm following him. We're gonna go the back street way. The car dies again. Not moving, nothing. So we're like, oh my gosh, what's going on? So we're looking over at everything, and I'm like, we just can't figure it out.
Now this one, I'm hot. I'm frustrated. I'm like, we wouldn't pay all this money to not be able to get 10 minutes away from the garage, and I'm like. I'm annoyed, cause were we on break or did we already? Yeah, we left work.
No, I think I was still.
Yeah, you took a break. Yeah, so I'm like,
it's supposed to be a quick 20-minute trip.
I'm thinking we just gonna go pick up the car and back to the crib. So yeah, at this point I'm hot. So then when it died, I'm calling tow trucks, tow companies. I called them first. I said, hey, do you have a tow company that y'all work with? Do y'all have tow trucks that you can come and get this car? We 8 minutes away from y'all. He's like, no, there's one that we use, but you'd have to pay for it. So the more he talked, the more frustrated I'm getting. I'm like, what do you mean I have to pay for it? So then I'm like, all right, bro. So I hung up, and then I called other like a couple other tow trucks. They're like, hey, all of our trucks are out. It's gonna take about 45 minutes before any of them gets back. And another one is far away, and they were trying to charge me too much that I was willing to pay for it because I was 8 minutes away. So that's kind of where we're at now.
So we're just like, what's going on? And then they called you back,
Yeah.
right?
Well, at this point, yeah, we've been back and forth. So I called him.
Yeah.
He called me back. He said, hey, is there a tow truck there? I'm like, no, there's no tow truck. I'm like, what's going on? So he sees I'm frustrated, and the more he talked, the more frustrated I'm getting. Cause he's like, yeah, I mean, I don't know how you're gonna figure it out. You can bring it back over here, and we can see what's going on. So yeah, so we've gone back and forth a few times now.
Yeah. So I think, back and forth. So then they call Leslie back. And then he asked, is there gas in it? Did you put gas in the car? Or can you check? And then he goes check. And Leslie goes to check. And like it's like on E. And
Now I just gotta ask, like, cause I asked my sister this, cause now I'm getting hot all over again. So if I take it to the garage, right, and I gave him, I was like, it hasn't been driven in a while. Do the thing, do the inspection, give me the list of what we need to fix. He does all that. Should they put at least a gallon of gas in there to test it? Like, because my sister was like, why would they put gas in the car? And I'm like, what do you mean? So chat, talk to me. like how do you know it works? If they never drove it around, like how do they know that it drove around? So like when I say there's no gas in that thing, I was like, bruh. So when he called me, he's like, hey, can you check if there's gas in there? Can I check if there's gas in there? What you mean? Can I check if there's gas in there? So I was hot. I don't think I answered him. I was like, I'm gonna check, and then I hung up. And then I went. We went to the store. We bought a little gas can thing, put gas in there, and then like, does garages have gas? Like I feel like you should, right? I feel like you should have a gallon of gas. You put in the car. I ain't asking you to fill up the tank, but a gallon of gas, put it in there, and test it out.
it makes sense to me.
So yeah, now I'm gonna know it all over again.
Oh,
Like,
I'm sorry.
like, bruh.
Yeah. So that happened. So
I didn't mean to take over your story.
no,
but
I think he needs to fill in some gaps. So I wanted to share that. It's a part of like life happens. Life is still happening.
we can laugh at it now. At the time, I was praying, and I was super grateful for having a free car. So that was that held me. I was like, praise God, He answered our prayers, allowing us to have a free car. So I was.
Called the Lord.
So I was just remembering that the whole time. I'm like, praise God, like we prayed for this, we prayed for this, we prayed for this. But at that moment, I'm like, because I'm thinking I'm about to pay a lot more money. I'm thinking there's something else going on. I'm like, how did he not see this? Like, how you gonna let me leave the garage and it ain't working? But this man just didn't put no gas in the car. But it's been great. It's been smooth. Driving that thing up and down the Atlanta streets. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that. Just want to say that's a funny story. Funny now story.
Funny now.
Yeah, thank y'all so much for listening and for watching.
Yep.
We will definitely work on getting to a consistent routine with the podcast. I think we're kind of getting our bearings.
Yep.
So we do plan.
That's the plan.
That's the plan. To get some episodes out there more routinely and whatnot.
Yeah, but stay tuned, follow us, subscribe so that you can get the updates. And yeah. And you can join us for our family dinner.
Bye y'all.
Peace.